Hi there, everyone. Welcome to my next review for books that I read during 2019. This one is actually going to be another Annabeth Albert one, but this one is going to be the first of her Out of Uniform series, Off Base. This one I had actually started reading before I found out about the hashtag Gamer series, and that was my mistake because I didn't realize that there was a series that was kind of branching off from it, which seems to be my norm because the same thing happened to Layla Rainey with her Agents Irish and Whiskey series, so I'm apparently really good about that. But I just had to look over to remember the names of the characters. But this one I've read actually twice because I read it first and then I realized that it was part of a series, and then I read it again once I got through all of the hashtag Gamer series. Now this one follows a Navy soldier named Zach, and he wants to get out of base housing, and it's due to some harassment from a fellow SEAL. And he doesn't want his sexuality to kind of come out because of this dirtbag. And he finds a way to do it through, I believe it's his sergeant major, and rents basically like a fixer-upper. But the problem is that he would need help fixing this place up, and the way that that goes is that he finds a very flirtatious guy named Pike. Pike is basically the flirty social butterfly that Zach is not. And the one thing that I was kind of put off by was Zach's continued insistence that he didn't want a relationship, he didn't want to actually commit to anything, but yet he was okay with being intimate with Pike. And when I first read it, I actually gave it like 4.5 stars because that was a big thing that I really didn't like about Zach. And it took him frickin' forever to get over this crap. And when I read it the second time, I was still frustrated by it, but because I now had the hindsight of knowing when it ended, it didn't seem as long. I was still frustrated by it, but it didn't seem like such an arduous task to get through it. Pike I really liked because he was willing to slow things down and get Zach to a, can't really say an equilibrium, but basically like teach him what he didn't know when it came to intimacy. And he was just a sweetheart. I really liked him. And honestly, if I had not read this one, I probably wouldn't have read a lot of Annabeth Albert's books because this was a good kind of jumping off point to how her writing is. And I really enjoy it. There's a couple of her books that I've read that honestly annoyed me, but I think that's more of I got burned out on reading her. And ultimately, I really do enjoy Annabeth's books, and I enjoy her writing style. It's very nice. It's very clean, and one thing that I appreciate is that yeah, she uses some description, but she doesn't use a lot of really flowery language. That's one thing that really throws me off in a book, is when it has so much purple prose, or at least just an overabundance on showing everything. And I have a separate video idea I want to do about like show versus tell, that I kind of have cooking in my head. So look forward to that, honestly, because that's been rattling around in my brain for a while. So those are all basically my thoughts on Off Base. I highly recommend, if you want to get into the Out of Uniform series, if you don't mind reading about 3 books ahead, I would definitely start with the hashtag Gamer series. So status update, beta test, and connection error, because that directly leads into Off Base, and then the subsequent books after that. But if you just want to get in there, it's not really required that you know the hashtag Gamer series. More than likely, the only thing that you're really going to want to know is about the couple that was featured in connection error. So if you want to, just take a look at my review for connection error, and that'll give you a basic idea. Won't give you a whole lot, but it will give you some idea. But ultimately, those are my thoughts, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!